means that the transmission was meant for your energies. It means that you're seeking, you're questioning, your energies are matched to the message that is going to come through the cards and the channeling today for you. So also, as a tip to all of you, you can always catch the replays if you missed the Monday live. Like and subscribe. That really helps my metrics over there and make sure that my broadcast are shown to more people who might need it or benefit from it. All right, looks like we're good to go over on YouTube. So I will just mute that and come back here and do this. Boo, boo, boo. Ta-da! Oh, with the spotlight, you can see how messy it is. I'm gonna clean it, y'all. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. That's my messy shelves over there. All right, let's get started. Spirit, what beautiful deck do you want us to pull from today? Interesting. It's kind of a toss-up between Celtic Tarot and Arthurian Tarot. I know y'all seen me pull from Celtic Tarot before. Celtic Tarot is the deck I call my dick deck because it's a whole bunch of naked men in that deck. Um, I don't know if I've ever pulled from this one before. If I have, it's been several years. Arthurian Tarot. They kind of feel the same to me. So I'm going to go with the one I haven't pulled from in a very long time. This was actually gifted to me back when I was very new to Tarot. And I think because the images were all based strongly on, no, they weren't. Because the images were not, I'm looking at them now. I'm like, why did I not connect with this deck? It wasn't because I didn't like the images, it's because I didn't fully understand Tarot at the time. And so it was very hard for me to do. It was very hard for me to do what I do with the deck that I didn't understand. But now that I know a little bit more, maybe that's why Spirit brought it to my attention. So this is the Complete Arthurian Tarot. It's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful, look how thick this book is and how little the print is. There's so much more in this print than just the interpretation of the cards. See, the cards is very little. They put 4 cards on a spread. Um, that's one thing I do really like about this book. So anyway, that's just a recommendation. Let's see what the cards say. Now that we've been chit-chatting for far too long, y'all didn't come for all of this talk. 12 minutes in, and Valerie hasn't pulled a damn card yet. Let's get going. While I am shuffling these cards, I do want to remind you, in addition to the new moon that we just had over the weekend, we also have Lionsgate portal coming up on 8/8. It is a portal of abundance. It's a portal of manifestations. It's a portal that I very, very, very much enjoy every year. And so every year I do an annual Lionsgate event on the 8th. And this year I'm doing it at 8 p.m. I think I usually try to do it at 8 p.m., just depends on scheduling. But this year I'm doing it at 8 p.m. on August 8th, where we talk all about the Lionsgate portal. We do a meditation so that we can step through the portal, call in the energies of that, reset ourselves, ask ourselves what we want to experience, and how the Lionsgate portal energies will assist us in that. I do plan on doing a couple of mini readings during that event, so look for it on Meetup. It's $8.88, or if you are in the membership, y'all. I know I took a little break from the membership last month. It's $22 to join the membership, but I think I'm making up for it this month because you get the Lionsgate portal for free. You get 2 energy healings, which are $11.11 themselves for free. You get my mediumship. I forgot to tell you, I'm doing mediumship. I'm gonna start doing that on a monthly basis. You get my mediumship event for half price, $15 off. And I think I want to keep the guidebook handy. And you also get my deep dive event, which is about the side, which is a follow-up to my event, Valor Expands Life, the Universe, and Everything, which is a $20 value for free. I think it's a $22 value. So join the membership. That's all I'm saying. Just join the membership. It's going to save you money in the long run. Let's get into the pool. So I've got 5 cards. I just turned them all over. The first one is Roman numerals. The first one is 10, 14, 14. Oh, this must be major arcana. That would be temperance. See, that's why I need this book because it doesn't really correlate. Is that temperance? I know 14 is temperance. It's called the cauldron. I think that is a major arcana. Let us go see. I just have to identify that I'm looking at the right card because these are, now I remember why I don't ever pull from these. The cauldron is temperance. Oh, look, I'm good. Okay. The cauldron is temperance. I do know a little bit about temperance because temperance is also the major arcana card that is most closely associated with Sagittarian energy. So if you're a Sagittarius, temperance is your card. It makes sense for temperance because Sagittarius is a fire sign, but it's a mutable fire sign. I don't know if you know this about yourself, my Sagittarian friends, but we usually get along with both sides. We're right there in the middle. We don't have an issue with either extreme. In fact, we play devil's advocate a lot. We're able to see all angles, which makes us very mutable. So temperance being the sign that represents Sagittarius, a mutable sign, makes sense because temperance is about finding that balance. In traditional tarot, temperance is a non-binary angelic form that stands at water's edge and resembles a lot of duality. But one thing that the temperance angel is doing is they're pouring liquid from one vessel to another. And it is thought that they are also the alchemist of the tarot because they're trying to get that perfect balance, that perfect mix of what is going on. Let's see what this particular book says about what we can gain from this. It's a whole bunch of backstory. We're not doing all of that, but let's see the meanings. It gives some keywords: meditation, harmonious fusion, moderation, compatibility, creative or alchemical recombination of resources or potential. Let me go over that one. Creative or alchemical recombination of resources or potentials. That's another way of saying you have everything you need right now to manifest everything you want right now. What are you doing with it is the question. Do you have tools or resources, potentials that you are not fully accessing, or things that you maybe are not using in their best way to be used? I give the example of taking a screwdriver and flipping it over upside down and using it to, I used to have a screwdriver laying on my desk and using it to hammer something in. Can you use the end of a screwdriver to hammer a nail in the wall? Yes. Is that the best utilization of that tool you have? Probably not. So relook at the tools that you have in your life. Maybe re-examine how you are using your resources. We have many resources. We have energy. We have money, we have food, we have friendships, we have connections with other people, we have our own skill set. All of these are resources. Take a look at those resources again more closely and ask yourself, am I using a screw to hammer a nail? Am I using my resources in the best, most beneficial way? Or is there something I can resituate that's going to get me further along on my path? A creative or alchemical recombination of resources. Blending or merging with a new idea, balanced living, united front, experience, and healing are the other keywords. Question: what brings healing in this situation? That's a question you can ask about your life. What brings healing in this situation? We are there's always something to heal. Even if we are having the most joyous day of our life, what brings healing in this situation? What are you planning? And what concepts are meeting and melding now? So that one starts out our week. That's a good way of looking at things. Interestingly enough, Spirit gave me that channeled finding balance meditation. And then we come in our very first card. It's about balance, temperance. So this would be a week based on what Spirit has given us so far to focus on balance. Now, if you're like me, That's all well and good, Spirit. What am I supposed to balance? Any suggestions on how we're going to get that balanced? I'm open. So let's go on to the other cards. And the very next card is the card that I love, love, love. It's the star. Here it looks like maybe a traveler, maybe navigating by the star. Perhaps someone who studies the stars, but that looks more like a comet in the star in this artist rendition. And look, it's one person awake looking up at that star and another person asleep. And I like that there's a male chicken, that's what I'm gonna call it, that has not crowed yet, which means it's before morning time, but this person is still up, navigating, looking. Maybe if he had been asleep, he would have missed this spectacular celestial display. The star is in Tarot, it's about rejuvenation, it's about rest, it's about replenishment, it's about tapping into something that's bigger and mm, more plentiful, more abundant than yourself, and allowing that energy to pour into you. That's what the star is about. The star is, in my mind, how I tell the story of the star in Tarot. It's a literal star that, after looking down on humankind for so long, wanted to see what it was like. It came down and took human form at water's edge, played in the water a bit, provided rest and rejuvenation, decided that, oh, this human thing isn't so bad. I love it. And they provided rest and rejuvenation for the fool who was on its travels and had hit a weary part in its journey. And here the star is, excited about being a human, loving it, living it all up, and pouring into this fool who's tired and weary, rejuvenating, pouring wisdom in, telling them that you have no idea what lies ahead. Pick yourself up. Drink from the water's edge. Refresh yourself. So much more to come. I love the star. Rest, rejuvenation, reflection, connecting to that is bigger than yourself so that it can pour into you, connect with you, replenish you. So that is how we can start getting our balance. Spirit said, get balanced. We said, how? Spirit said, how about you reconnect? How about you settle in? How about you listen to me when I say you have everything you need? Maybe you're just moving too fast to see it. Slow down, rest, look around, and see what is there. I am going to read this one because it's very intriguing with the sleeping man and the sky thing. Okay. In the history of the kings of Britain, Geoffrey of it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what his name is. Geoffrey of some country I cannot pronounce writes about a meteor in dragon shape which appeared over Logres. Uh, Uther, who is Arthur, we know him as Arthur, called Merlin to interpret this omen. Merlin immediately announced the death of Ambrosia Aurelius and urged Arthur to become king of Britain. The dragon was interpreted as being Arthur himself, and the two rays which came from the dragon's mouth signified his son Arthur, whose dominion would be great. Okay, Uther is Arthur's dad, my bad. And Uther's daughter Anna, whose sons and grandsons would be kings of Britain. Uther immediately ordered the making of two golden dragons, one of which he gave to the Cathedral of Winchester, and the other of which he carried into battle. So the dragon star heralds the coming of the Pendragons, and the golden dragon which Uther made is the Draco standard, which carried into battle as a sign of hope and victory, and which we see depicted in the fourth Arthur. Okay, so it's a bunch of backstory on Merlin and Arthur, but basically Merlin, the magician, called to interpret this very beautiful celestial thing, and he saw it as, get ready. Change is coming. Get ready. Isn't that how Spirit always gives us a heads up? Somewhere there's a sign. And somewhere, even if we're missing the signs, there's somebody that can come and tap us on the shoulder and tell us what the signs mean. Because Spirit is not just out here throwing shit at us. Spirit is always giving us the heads up. Always telling us, one, you're prepared. Two, here's what's coming. One, you can do whatever you need to do. You have all the tools and all the resources. I'm just telling you what's coming so that you can joyfully step into this next chapter. So you have a little heads up. Spirit is always telling us. And if you're like, nope, Spirit ain't told me, I've had 5 surprises this month and it's only the seventh. Is it the seventh yet? Um, the sixth. Maybe you feel that way, but I promise you, Spirit is always telling you. You're too busy, you're too wrapped up in the chaos to see the signs, to interpret the signs, to listen to the signs. Does that mean the signs aren't there? Nope. That just means you just ran a red light. I don't know what to tell you. Pay attention. Pay attention. The signs are always there. All right. Next up, don't even ask me what this card is. Now I remember why I don't pull from this deck. It is 8, which is strength. But that is a name. I'm not going to try. Gawain, Gawain. Card number 8 is strength, right in the middle of our spread, right in the week of Lionsgate. Leo, strength is a card that definitely represents, is all about Leo energy. I just find that very, very coincidentally, serendipitously synchronistic. Let's see. It is strength card. This person, Gawain, is Arthur's nephew and champion. He accepts the challenge of the Green Knight and submits to being beheaded, but the Green Knight merely nicks his neck because Gawain accepted the magical token of Lady Bertalic. Anyway, he knew there was a very probable chance that he would be beheaded, I suppose. I don't know the full story, just read the Cliff Note version. And he was brave enough and strong enough to stand his ground for whatever it was that he believed in and face that possibility. And it ended up that that's not how it turned out because he was divinely protected. So strength is about so many things. Strength, first and foremost, is always, always, always about reminding us of where our own strength lies. Within. If you say, I don't have strength, if you say, I can't do this thing that's being asked of you, I counter that with, you haven't gone deep enough. You have all the strength you need. And if you can't find it in the moment, you haven't gone deep enough. You haven't sat still long enough. You haven't allowed spirit to whisper in your ear and tell you where to go and how to dig deeper. You've just assumed it wasn't there because you didn't find it. Sit still, look deeper. You always have the strength you need. Next up, Grail number 3. Look at those beautiful trees. That's what caught my eye first. But Grail number 3. Now I assume Grail, it's cups. And if so, number 3 is about community. It's about coming together. Think 3 of cups. I do want to confirm that it's cups before I go any further with this message. Grails. I'm pretty sure we've got spears, grails, which I'm pretty sure are cups. Stone would be earth. Oh, I can't get a confirmation. Fulfillment, fortunate conclusion, generosity, spiritual hospitality, and solace is the meaning of Grail 3. One of the prime functions of the Grail is to provide plenty to all who set forth on the quest. At Camelot, when the Grail first appeared to Arthur and his men, each person received the food he most desired. This can, of course, also mean spiritual fare. Now, I do like that interpretation because I would have never given that interpretation for the Three of Cups. But related to the story of Arthur, when it first appeared, each person received the food he most desired, also meaning spiritual. What is it that you most desire? Think about it for a moment. I sound like, what's that movie? Y'all know. It's not the devil, but it is the devil. Oh, what's it called? I forget it. Anyway, it's a rendition with a really sexy devil, but he's not really bad devil. It's a whole series.
Lucifer?
Lucifer.
There you go.
Lucifer says, what is it that you truly desire? Remember that? And then he gives people what they truly desire, but it's never a bad thing. What is it that you truly desire? When you think about that question, Understand that in this moment of channeled messages, of guidance from the divine, it's not Valerie, an internet psychic, asking you what you really desire. It's me being the voice of spirit, of the universe, of God, whatever that is that you consider bigger and wiser than yourself. In this moment, reaching out through me, asking, what is it that you truly desire? And why would this loving divine force ask you that? Because it is trying desperately to get it to you. And it needs you to make up your mind, to send a signal, to send a frequency, a vibration of what you truly desire, so that the divine can lock onto that and give it to you in the most wondrous of ways. I'm asking so that I can fulfill your requests. That's spirit talking to you right now. I'm not asking so that you get frustrated with an unrequited dream. I'm not asking so that you get mad at me because you say I never give you what you want. I'm asking, just as I've asked before, for you to really decide what you want so I can give it all to you. But guess what? You have to be in the same faith as Arthur's men and Arthur when they picked up that grail and they drank from it and it said it gave them exactly what they asked for. Do you have that same faith and trust in the universe? Or do you say, I'm going to ask for this thing that I really want, but I'm probably not going to get it because I didn't get it the last 10 times. Okay. Universe said, fine. If that's the life you want to live, I will absolutely grant you a life of not ever getting what you want. Absolutely. It's yours. Here you go. Or are you going to trust and believe that every time you pick up a cup and offering an opportunity from the divine, that it is what you've been asking for? No matter how it looks, are you going to trust that it is what you've been asking for? Stone number 4. Four. One of my favorite numbers. Stone, I presume, would be earth. 4 of Pentacles is how I'm going to read this. And look at that. It looks like a treasure. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe a treasure box, hidden, uncovered. But then there's like a picnic scene as well. That's 2 picnic scenes. It looks like a game. That's 2 picnic scenes back to back. Is spirit trying to tell us to go have a picnic? Life's a picnic. That's the message. Maybe not. Okay. Stone number 4. I do believe this is earth. From an open mound, riches are revealed, the hidden treasures of Britain. Let's see. The keywords: earthly power, material gain, conscientious ambition, time to be generous with others, and the advantage is yours. I like that last one. The advantage is yours. I like that message over in chat. There is so much power when you say what you want out loud. Absolutely. I'm going to come back to that statement because that's very real and I want to elaborate on that a little bit. So stone 4, 4 of Pentacles, is letting you know the riches that you've asked for are there. They're available. I like how they're at the foundation of this towering temple or whatever that might be. They're at the foundation. 4s represent stability, foundation, beginning signs of riches. 4 of Pentacles. There's a deeper message here. What is Spirit trying to let us know? I'm going to tell you the message that's immediately coming through to me right now. Not my words, Spirit's words. We're trying to show you how to get your life back in balance. We started with the balance card. We went on to the card of rest and rejuvenation. We talked about strength. We showed you that whatever you ask for, when you ask for it, we are here giving it to you. We tried to start this message in such a way that we didn't jump right in and just tell you that all the money is going to be yours, because you focus so much on the money that you forget what's really important. It's not the money that you want. If you were sleeping on a mattress of $1 million under a bridge with no home and no friends, it's not the money that you want. It's the things that you think the money will bring you. So we show you this card of stability, of finances, Four of Pentacles last, to show you that if you can get in alignment, everything is yours, including the money. But the money cannot be your first focus. The money must be the last puzzle piece that comes into place once you realize that everything is already yours to begin with. Well, that sounded like a message for me. Thank you, Spirit. I hope it touched some of the rest of you as well. There is so much power when you say what you want out loud. I do want to go back to that and talk about that beautiful comment. I love that comment. Absolutely. What happens is it's a brain thing. For those of you who have probably heard this before, this was shared with me way back when I was in high school. It was as a mnemonic device for learning what I needed to learn more quickly. I didn't realize until hindsight that I had a lot of hindrances towards learning. So this absolutely helps, and it helped me understand why it helps is because it's a brain thing. The more ways that you can introduce, the more senses or ways that you can introduce information into your being, the better it has a chance of sinking in. So most of your manifestations for most of you stay in your head. It's a thought process. You silently ask spirit, you silently receive messages, and that communication for the most of you stays in your head. Occasionally, you will write it down. Ooh, that's even better because now you're bringing it out of this non-physical realm of thought and putting it into physical form by writing it down. Ooh, now we're moving into two ways. When you say it, you engage two things. You engage your throat chakra. You are producing sound and vibration. You are bringing that thought into physical form through sound and vibration. And for those of you who have been hanging out in the metaphysical world for a while, we know sound and vibration is how shit gets done. So you bring that manifestation into the world through sound and vibration using your voice, and your ears hear your own sound and vibration bringing something to life, and your ears also receive it through that hearing, through sound. So you're hitting all the bases when you can think it, when you can write it down, and then also read the words that you've written back to yourself, or say it and repeat it as many times as possible. You are utilizing your resources, a recombination of your resources to work on the manifestation. So I think Spirit kind of pulled it full circle for us. Some of us only do some of it. Some of us stay in our head, communication with Spirit. Oh, I had this really cool download. Me and Spirit were talking this morning. That's great. What did you do with that information? Have you brought it into the physical world? I myself am guilty of, can I manifest from that spot? Absolutely. Would I like to manifest more quickly and more powerfully? Yes. Spirit is saying, Valerie, there's some tools that you've forgotten about. Have you journaled about this thing? Have you spoke it through your own voice out into the world and then listened to your own voice? Have you used all of your resources and skills available to bring about this manifestation or this change or whatever it is that you're asking Spirit to get on board with? So Spirit is reminding all of us, thank you so much for that comment over there. So much power when you say what you want out loud. Spirit elaborating on that and reminding all of us, you have what you need inside of you. And sometimes we just forget about the skills and the tools that we were given to manifest. All right, what's up next? Mystical Shaman Oracle. We're going to move on to Oracle cards. All right. Scene. We're going to move on to Oracle cards. Where am I going to put that? Let's see. I feel like I had a special. Oh, I do have a special. I was like, I feel like I'm not telling y'all something. I do have a special running for the month of August, and it's my Lionsgate readings. You can find them on my website. Just go to goddesswithanattitude.com and look up readings. There's a card that was upside down, and it was driving me crazy because I couldn't find it. And under readings, you'll see the special for Lionsgate readings. So It's another way you can take advantage of a one-on-one session this month. And we've got mystical shaman oracle. What guidance, wisdom, or insight can you give to us today, Spirit? The Rainmaker, card number 42, the Rainmaker. I got to drink some coffee, y'all. My first cup of coffee, and I'm not even halfway through it. Wake up, Valerie. Are y'all awake this Monday morning? The Rainmaker. Let me hold the card up while I read it, because that is a beautiful card. The essence, the Rainmaker is the master of manifestation. Oh, cool. What a great card to pull on Magical Monday Manifestation. The Rainmaker, the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. That's the second time that water as a tool of manifestation or as a tool to get us in the right headspace has come into the reading. I didn't lean into it too much, but the Temperance card had water. She pours water from both vessels. The Star stands at water's edge and offers a cup of water to the fool on his travels. A lot of water, and now we have the Rainmaker. The Invitation. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Now, if that is not a repeating message, did we not hear that exact same message about recombining the skills? What did it say? Recombining the skills and the possibilities that you already have. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. Working with what is means being present. In simple terms, they're saying be present. Don't reach too far into the future and try to work with what might be. I might get that bonus next month, so I'm going to start spending it now. Have y'all ever done that? I have. Guilty. I don't know, get this I might get this, whatever this is I've been asking for. Don't deal with what might be. Don't deal with what could have been. Man, if I had just made that my life would have been better. Okay, what are you going to do about it now? Oh, I'm going to work with what is, and I'm going to create from my current standpoint in the now. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth, ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. Trust, trust, trust the divine. The medicine. Recognize how you are co-creating your world. Nothing is happening out there without your involvement. Remember that the world is only mirroring back to you the condition of your love and your intent. So change these within before you take any action. Do not take life personally. Do not take life personally. Why do we not? I mean, I understand what it's saying. It's saying life is not out to attack you. Life is your own creation. If you don't like it, recreate it. That's what I say. Stop saying life is out to get me. Life is not fair. Life is hard. Every time you say life is hard, Spirit says, yeah, all right. Yes, let's make it hard. You get to decide how your life is going to be. When somebody asks you, how's life? Even if you're struggling, how do you respond? How's life? How's life? Life be life, and that's a neutral way. That's a neutral way of not speaking to the negativity and inflaming that negativity in your life. Life be life, and let me tell you about what I'm looking forward to, though. Shift that conversation, shift the narrative, bring the positivity in, bring your trust and your knowing and your belief in. And from that standpoint, recreate what you want in life. What other cards? What other Jacqueline's got to drop off. Thank you, Jacqueline, for helping us. What other oracle cards do we read from? I'm gonna do, I think we have time to do Kyle Gray, Keepers of the Light, and then I'm going to do Cosmic Journey Oracle. Uh-oh, my card's upside down. Okay. Keepers of the Light, what divine guidance can you give us on our path forward, especially regarding this rebalancing, co-creating, allowing ourselves time to rest and rejuvenate? Rejuvenate. Now, nobody ever talks about just being juvenated. Is that a word? I'm just juvenate. I'm just juvenate. I don't need to re-up. Okay. Here's our divine master, keeper of the light. Kuthumi, I believe I'm saying that correctly. I've drawn him a couple of times. Clock of wisdom. Look behind him. He has the Ouroboros, which is a snake eating its own tail, which indicates an endless cycle of life. Underneath it, it says, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Look within, look within, look within. Spirit is like, let me see how many other times, how many other ways can I hit them with the same message because somebody's not listening. Look within. I'll send them an extended master called Kuthumi who says, look within. You already know what you see. Kuthumi, Kuthumi, it gives me the phonetical word. Phonetical pronunciation. Kutumi is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. She's a very powerful mystic, y'all. If y'all don't know who that is, look her up. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Many believed he was a wandering man known as Orisha in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with very few material possessions. Others believe him to have been a well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who was given a pseudonym to protect his true identity. Kyle Gray, I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond the limits set by others and cultivate a personal connection of God. Don't y'all love it when Spirit gives us one card that says the Four of Cups? Everything you want is coming to you. And then another card that says, let go of your need for material possessions. I'm like, come on, Spirit. I get it. I understand the duality, but it took me many years to get to this point of duality. And I'm not going to try to explain it in 5 minutes. Just trust it. Trust the process. The extended message. Knowledge is learned. Wisdom is remembered. You are in a real cloak of wisdom now. Like Kutumi, you have been on a wandering path, trying to find answers through study and insights of others. But now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way, and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing, the light has come and is shining on you. Your soul is saying yes. It's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Does any of that sound like you're supposed to sit and think? Overthinkers, who's an overthinker? That message was for you. It said go. It said move. Action is implied when you have 3 goes in a row. So stop thinking about it and do the damn thing. All right. Cosmic Journey Oracle. I love this deck. It's a lighthearted but very deep understanding of different ways that we can move forward on our cosmic journey. And I love this card for so many reasons. Divine Dragon. We talked about the dragon in the Arthurian Tarot earlier. the comet in the sky that looked like a dragon and the meaning of that. And here it's a divine dragon in the shape of Ouroboros again. Ouroboros has got a message for me. I'm going to look into it a little bit later. But last night, I was trying to figure out the name for the infinity symbol. You see it there in my artwork, and I was posting about it. And I was like, what's the name? It's not just called infinity symbol. Isn't it called an Ouroboros? Because I knew it was, but hold on. So I go to look it up and it's like, no, the infinity symbol is not an Ouroboros. The Ouroboros is a snake eating its own tail. Now, oftentimes the infinity symbol is drawn in such a way that it is a snake eating its own tail in that symbol. And so I had gotten the two twisted up in my mind. But the fact that Ouroboros showed up to me as a word that I actually had to look up on the internet last night, and now twice in the reading today in physical, I mean, that's a message. That's a message. The spirit wants me to look a little bit more deeper into the meaning of that. And I'm sure if spirit has brought it to me, they're also bringing it to those of you who that resonates with. Those of you who are like, maybe I should look into that sign. If you're thinking it, do it. Ouroboros, divine dragon. A dragon chooses you. You do not choose the dragon. A dragon's power connects you to your own power from within. Again, with the look within. A dragon's power connects you to your own power from within. To stand sovereign, it is also connected to your root expression of power, fire, and even sexual energy, Kundalini rising. You cannot serve the collective without yourself first being alive and ablaze. Allow the dragon's fire of purification to cleanse you. In the East, the dragon was seen as the mythical guardian with influence over all the elements. In the West, it was seen as a feared fire-breathing serpent because people didn't fully understand the magic and divine wisdom that dragons carry. There's an awakening of the dragon archetype now. I feel that. I sense that. And you can embody that with this cosmic conversation. Your power is engaged for a purpose, breathing fire when needed. Potential questions to ask this archetype, which is questions you can ask yourself to awaken that, to connect to that dragon energy. Why did you choose me? Asking the dragon, why did you choose me? How do I more fully proclaim my power in this situation? What areas of shame, guilt, or smallness do I need to examine and cleanse? What is your name so I can call on you when needed? Ask your dragon what its name is. How can I call you in and ask for your help? And if your dragon doesn't give you a name, don't get discouraged. Maybe it just doesn't want you to stalk it. It doesn't want you to have its number yet. Just chill with your dragon until you develop that type of relationship. Beautiful cards. Okay, where can we go next? I think we need to lighten things up a little bit. Where are we at on time? Got a couple more minutes. I don't see any suggestions over in the chat. Just favorite decks that you would like to hear from during today's read. I'm so glad to be back. Reading again. This feels good. Let's see, and if there's any other decks that are calling to me. Oh, yes. The universe has your back. And also Rebel deck, the Oracle with an Attitude. All right. Divine Circus. I'll try to squeeze Divine Circus in. Here's the card we have from Rebel deck. Time to let go. Move the fuck on. Time to let go. Ask yourself, what are you letting go of? It's the perfect time to let go. You just had a new moon. You've got eight coming up. You've got a bunch of cards about rest and rejuvenation in your period of stillness, in your period of rest, in your journey within. Find those things that you need to let go of and let go of them. The easiest way to let go of them is not to struggle and try through ritual and sacrifice to let go of them. It's just to be like, yo, spirit guides, this one's on you, and let go of it. Turn it over. They know how to take it away. They know how to cleanse it. They know what to do with it. We struggle far too much with this idea of letting go. Letting go is just that. It's as simple as letting go of the string and watching the balloon float away. You don't have to monitor it. You just let go and it will take care of itself. Spirit will take care of it. This is Gabby Bernstein. The universe has your back. And the card is I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get close to love, to get closer to love. Eyes closed, third eye open. I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. How can you get closer to love this week? As you also embody all of the other messages that Spirit gave to us. Yes, the ending of one cycle, a snake eating its tail, the Ouroboros is the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Yes, it represents the eternal cycle, never-ending cycle. For those of you that believe in reincarnation, it represents the soul's journey. For one, represents many things, but for one, the soul's journey, even though we might end it in a human incarnated form through death or whatever, it never really ends, just begins again in non-physical. Everything in life is a cycle. Okay, Divine Circus. Quick, real quick. Oh, it's card number 4. Tiger Angel. I don't think I've ever pulled this before. Okay, look at the picture because I got to put it down. She's blowing a little halo of energy. She's got a sleeping tiger, Tiger Angel. And it's card number 4, my favorite number. Let's see. Got a couple of minutes. I'll read the italicized portion. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll read it. Hold on. I'm gonna read small print. Okay. The universe needs you. It needs your strength, your guiding hand, your devotion, your goodness, and your protection. There are people, projects, ideas, and hopes that need your encouragement, your optimism, your nurturing. You have helpful healing power in you. Be confident enough to be gentle, and your inner power shall uplift and protect many in this world, keeping them safe and inspiring them to trust and love. Ooh, I like it. I am going to skip to the end. There's a lot to read here. There is truth in your heart, the truth that knows every being is loved and deserves to feel safe and live their life in freedom and truth. Your adherence to this truth can tame even the most fearful and resistant thoughts within you and the people around you. So how do we keep those thoughts that are interfering with our desired manifestations? How do we keep them at bay? How do we clear them away? Here's the answer right here. There is truth in your heart, and that truth knows the way. I'm paraphrasing. Truth in your heart, find that. That truth knows the way. Your adherence to this truth can tame even the most fearful and resistant thoughts within you and the people around you. Find that truth. Find that statement of truth. Maybe it's a statement of love. Maybe it's a statement of your purpose. Whatever it is, it's in your heart. And I see it as a little gem right in my heart center, sparkling, waiting to be revealed. What is that truth? There are universal truths, but this truth is talking about your own personal truth, your driving force. Find that truth and let that truth guide you forward. And when you get fearful, because you will, because you're human, because all of us do, and when you get fearful, and when you make up fake ass stories that keep you from your manifestations, because that's what we're all doing. If you are not experiencing your desired manifestation, it's because you got a fake ass story that is blocking you from manifesting what you need to manifest. How do we get around those stories? How do we uncover the truth? How do we avoid them in the first place? We tune back in, we connect to that inner truth. Where's your inner truth? What is your inner truth? If you can connect to that all the time on a daily basis, you're going to have a much better time here on planet Earth. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been good being back. I love doing card pulls for the Connective. Please find me in other places. Please come join Thursday's event, Lionsgate event. I'll be doing mini readings. We'll be talking all about Lionsgate. There'll be a beautiful meditation to get us all in the energy of that to begin receiving and accepting the abundance of the universe. Check out all the other things I've got going on. And most of all, use the messages and the guidance that came through today from today's card pool to manifest Magical Monday manifestations, to manifest your life on your terms, the way you want it to be. All right. Love you all. Thank you all so much. See you next week. Thank you, everyone.